Before I go ahead and get started on other videos that I wanted to do, I'm not gonna watch the whole video. I'll probably put the link to the video on this. This is from Lewis Robbins. This is back on August 7th. This is the one like change your profile or flip period series, and then he goes over the whole like the typical data broker parasite shit. And I've been honestly tired of these motherfuckers for ages. Like since the moment like data selling and broking has became a thing, I was always against it, but I knew enough people wouldn't give a shit because enough people are too stupid to know what the hell is going on to like make a big fuss about it. Because I figured like the worst case scenario, it would just be a bunch of stupid ass advertisements that can be ignored and stuff. But no, it's way worse than that. Like, because it's one thing you just advertise some shit to people based on like stuff they say, like their personal conversations and whatnot. But when you're targeting people based on things that are happening to them, like say like they're at a low point in their life, like how he mentions this girl, like if a girl's like suicidal because she hates herself, she takes like, well, not fully suicidal because like the pattern is they'll go and look at, oh hey, they removed like a selfie, and usually when a girl does that's because she's not happy with herself in some extent, so they try to like sell her cosmetics and whatnot. How exactly true that is verbatim, I wouldn't know because, I don't know the behind the scenes of it, but it wouldn't surprise me at this point. These people are so fucking pathetic and disgusting that they would do something like that. And yeah, it's just ridiculous. So I decided, do the little Clippy thing. You'll see that on my profile. But unlike most people be like, "Oh, we've done it for a certain time, certain thing went through or whatever, certain changes were made, we're done." No, me, I'm leaving this shit up because I don't want this to be a thing where they think they can just let it be. Like, "Oh, we just wait out the whole wave or whatever, wait till the moment dies out, movement or whatever dies out, and then we can just kind of like go back to inching towards things again." No, I'm leaving this shit up after the fact as a reminder. They're gonna see this every single fucking time. Well, they're probably not gonna look at me. I'm fucking nobody, but whatever. They're gonna see this shit every single fucking time whenever I interact with something. And that'll be the reminder of what happened. I'm not taking this down. I don't really care about putting the picture of my stupid ass cheeks anyways. So it's just like it's whatever. I'm just gonna leave it up. And so yeah. At least until I feel like changing it to something else afterwards, but it'll be like way after. But no, I'm just gonna leave it as this. And normally I don't care for partaking in stuff like this because usually it's for some stupid cause that doesn't ultimately matter. Like it's some like petty emotional bullshit usually. So I'm just like whatever, like the black squares, the gay rainbow flags, and all that bullshit. That's all dumb crap. But no, this is legitimately serious because like they're trying, like they'll lock. There's like there are people that they lock it at like thermostats and shit, and try to make people pay to like access their thermos. It's so fucking ridiculous the shit they're trying to pull nowadays, and it just gets worse and worse. And at some point, people do have to push back in some regard. There's only so much we can do legislatively, so we can just let them know that hey, as a collective, we're not going to tolerate this shit, and it's gonna radicalize a lot more people. Like Lewis has always been doing what he can to try and get like repair rights back to the consumer and stuff like that. This guy's been doing this for like fucking forever. I'm trying to remember when I think when did I start watching his stuff? 'Cause I took a hiatus for a while, like I do with some channels. Like if I just don't care for what they're talking about anymore because I've heard it all too many times, or in general, it just doesn't interest me. Um, I think didn't I start watching his stuff around like before Trump's first term, like 2016? It does sound like it was that long ago. Maybe it was a bit later, but because like I remember he was at barely a million subscribers back then. Damn, he's at 2.2 mil. Nice. No, that's justified, dude. He's doing what he can for the consumer, and not only does it help us, it helps him too because he's trying to run a repair shop and he's doing what he can to help people fix things for cheap, and I respect that. But yeah, so too long didn't read. If you don't want to watch the video, I'm gonna leave a link anyways. Uh, it's just a comparison to V for Vendetta or like the Mask of the Harpy thing from Game of Thrones, where it's to show the government or like the higher ups per se that we're not going to tolerate this shit and we will push back, whether it's peacefully or through other means. Well, man, don't do it violently. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said it that way, but it's like we'll do it peacefully or through means of like inconveniencing the people that are causing this. So like his thing was like his message was to like, oh, if you work in these environments that these people are responsible for these kind of changes, just think of like stupid, mild inconvenience ways to fuck with them without making it obvious that you're fucking with them, obviously. Like, be like, oh, look, I didn't see that email or whatever. Like, a certain like a slip up or whatever, isn't gonna, they can't like prove anything with that, but just don't make it too obvious. But yeah. And then I just wanted to go through the comments real quick 'cause some of these comments are fucking great. Very lazy. Changing my pick took a month. Clippy could be my pick for the next 10 years. See, this is also another reason I don't like changing my profile pictures on things for a while. It's like I used to do it semi-often back when I was younger, and then like after a while, I just stopped caring. Because all I do, I look like basically the same like set of looks over and over. Like nothing really changes because I don't care for changing too much. And so I'm just like, do I really want to take a new picture? Not really. And that's basically how the laziness for that became. Sounds like you want to start a movement. How can I help? And he's just doing like Clippy bullshit. And then my ex, I have kidnapped Clippy. He is with me in Nigeria. I am demanding 1 billion for his release. Uh, this picture is great. It's like Clippy's back and he's pissed. I like that he took like a little bit of effort to like draw a little pissed off face when Clippy. It's fucking great. Clippy is now considered a terrorist symbol. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if we're all going to be deemed like as terrorists or like something equivalent to like the cartel or whatever. Alright, let me see if you're tired of say no more. I mean, that is a legitimate statement. We're sick of a lot of shit nowadays. Just past 40 and I found it astounding how much worse things have gotten in just 20, 30 years. That's usually how it goes, man. It always gets worse before it gets better. What the hell is this? It's just like a sword. Okay. I know there was like another hilarious one. Like he took a picture of like Clippy being way too close. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. It's like I accidentally picked a way the larger Clippy image while I'm over the nose and he's staring at you judgmentally. And it's just like, hey, what you doing over there? Maybe, maybe I can assist you. He's just like looking all creepy and shit. Didn't even need to change my profile photo. Yeah, I mean, if you're fucking, if you're like a person who already had a Clippy for like whatever reason for a while, just for shits and giggles, then Clippy hates sex trafficking, and everyone hates that. It's not just Clippy, but yeah. Besides the people that partake in it, but yeah. Power Clippy said it's clipping time, and then clipped all over the place. Oh my god, they're bringing back this meme. Clippy, they were optimized human suffering for profit. That Clippy didn't. Yeah, the whole you'll own nothing and be happy. Like I didn't mind things when like renting was more of the norm per se. But then when like it got to the point where like renting was like the only thing, and then they fucking started raising prices through the ass for no reason. That's when I'm like, okay, no, this is getting ridiculous. Because I should have expected that would be like the only route that would happen because everything happens that way. It starts off decent, it's whatever, you can ignore it for the most part, and then it becomes a fucking plague. It's like you're here to invade my privacy. It's Tony, fucking cowboy Clippy. It's Tony, what is your Clippy? Now I'm Clippy. It's flying the plane. Oh man. Oh shit, it's Afro Clippy. Yeah, so like as you can see, like enough people are doing this shit. It's just like if I don't partake in this, it's just like there's just no reason to not do so. Especially like when it's one of the best causes to partake into over the past like several years. Most of this other stuff has just been like emotional bullshit, but this is just at the point where it's just like if people do not take a stand now in general, this shit's only going to get worse and worse and worse to the point where there's going to be no way to legally push back against it. So that's just what I wanted to go over in case like anyone saw like the profile change and doesn't know the context and shit and all that nonsense. And I just wanted to have some laughs reading the comments. That's what my statement right here. The second they said you can't own what you buy, I'd be like, well then I can't steal from you then because I don't own it. And if I don't own it, then you don't own it, and then nobody owns it, so therefore it's not stealing. It's just data anyways. All I'm doing is copy pasting. You can't steal if you copy paste something. If you copy something, like if I go and I look at what you're doing and I copy it verbatim and make a different product, then I'm not stealing from you. That's why I've never fucking I've always hated people like be like equating piracy to like downloading a copy of like a game or whatever to the same thing as like going to a store and stealing the legitimate product. It's not the same thing. It's never been the same thing. You can't look at both as the same thing. It's impossible because they'll be like, "Oh, what about that money I didn't get?" It's like, "Well, you weren't going to get that anyways. So how am I hurting you? Exactly. How am I hurting you? I'm not hurting anybody. All I'm hurting is your fucking pride and your ego, which doesn't fucking matter. If you think that those two fucking things matter and they're more important than anything else, then you're fucked up as a human being, and then nothing you fucking say should matter about anything because all you care about is your ego and your pride. You don't care about what's legitimate harm to somebody else or not. Because like it's different if I'm just getting a copy of a game that I didn't pay for because I don't feel I'm paid for it because like I don't care for supporting the developers or whatever, than it is if I were to go and like commit like company espionage where I'm actively hurting the company in their efforts to make a product by stealing information about that product before it comes out and then making it myself. That is completely different than just making a copy of a video game that already exists that someone else has. Like, what if I just use that friend's copy? Like, what if I just use their Steam account? All because I skipped a step that's somehow horrible? That doesn't make any fucking sense. It's why I can't stand these fucking companies nowadays. Um, yeah, yeah. So if you want to partake, it's up to you. No one, I'm not gonna like judge people or whatever. Be like, oh, you have to do this. It's like, no, it's just something I'm just doing right now, and I'm probably not gonna change the photo afterwards because like I said, I want this shit to be a reminder to them. Every time they see this fucking profile picture, they'll know that we're fucking done with their bullshit. All right, take care, everybody.